Good morning, students. In our last class, we discussed about different types of turn-on methods of SCR. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about turn-off methods of SCR. So, this is also very important topic. Why? Because once if you turn on the SCR, we must turn off the SCR with particular timings. That means if there is a no need of conduction of the SCR, at that situation we must be turn off our SCR. So it is very important topic. So let us see what is the turn off methods of SCR and how we can call this turn off methods. So the turn off process of the SCR is called as a commutation process. So let us see what is the definition of this commutation process. So the turn off process of an SCR is called as a commutation. The commutation means the transfer of current's path from one path to another path. Okay, no? That means we are going to change the direction of the current in a SCR. Okay, no? Here we are used this line, that is transfer of path. Okay, now here the transfer means nothing but the changing the direction of current. Okay, now so the commutation circuit does this job by reducing the forward current to zero as or to turn off the SCR or thyristor. So how this current path is changed means by applying some additional circuits or by taking forward current as a zero. Okay, na? So this is the general definition of the commutation. Okay, na? That means we are going to turn off the SCR. The turn off process of the SCR is called as a commutation. Let us see where we are going to turn off this SCR. Okay, now so at two particular points or in two ways we can going to turn off the SCR. So what are those 2 point means? First one is, see here, this is the first one. The anode current or forward current of the SCR must be 0 or below the level of holding current. So when the anode current or forward current reaches 0, at that particular point we can turn off the SCR. That is the first point we have to remember. And second point is, a sufficient reverse voltage must be applied across the SCR to regain its forward blocking state. So the second point is, we must apply the forward blocking mode. That means there is a no flow of current in SCR. Okay, na? By applying the reverse voltage. Okay, now by applying the sufficient reverse voltage we are going to convert the SCR into forward blocking state. So let us see here, there are totally 3 junctions, that is J1, J2 and J3. Total 3 junctions are present, J1, J2, J3. So what we are going to do is, by using in turn on process, by using gate voltage we are going to convert J2 as a conduction mode. In turn off process, what we are doing is we are going to convert the J2 into a non-conduction mode or blocking mode. This is the technique we are going to apply in this turn off method. Okay na? So what are the 2 points we have to remember is, first one is SCR must be reduced forward current, B must be at 0. Okay na? And second one is we have to apply the reverse voltage to form SCR in forward blocking state. These are the 2 points we must satisfy for turning off the SCR. Okay na? So what are the different type of commutations are present in the turning off process? So generally there are 2 methods. That is, first one is natural commutation process and second one is forced commutation process. In forced commutation process is also, again, there are 5 types. That is class A commutation, class B commutation, class C commutation, class D commutation and class E commutations. Totally there are 5 commutations in forced commutation, and there is a generally 2 commutations. One is forced commutation and second one is natural commutation. And forced commutation, there is again 5 commutation techniques are available. Okay na? So this is the basic division of the turn off methods. So what are those? One is by applying natural commutation. Okay na? This natural commutation is also called as a line commutation. And second one is forced commutation. Forced commutation means we are going to apply some additional settings or additional devices to turn off the SCR. So later we can see the detailed explanation of this forced commutation. Let us see about natural commutation, how this natural commutation is done. Okay now? And how we are going to turn off the SCR by using this natural commutation. So natural commutation. So let us see how this natural commutation is applied for a SCR. The source of commutating voltage is up the supply source itself. If SCR is connected to AC supply, at every end of the positive cycle, anode current goes through the natural current 0, and also immediately a reverse voltage is applied across the SCR. So this is the process we have to applied in natural commutation. So what is how this natural commutation is applied means, for suppose if the SCR is applied to the AC supply. So if you observe the AC waveform, a positive cycle reaches to 0 at particular point. That means our current reaches to SCR current reaches to 0 at that particular point. After reaching the 0 current, automatically reverse voltage is applied across the SCR. So this is naturally done by the AC supply. That's why this natural commutation is applied for only AC process. Okay, na AC supply. This natural commutation is not done for the DC. So let us see how it's working. See here, this is the figure shown for explanation of the natural commutation. See here, we are applying AC for the given circuit. This is the load, this is the SCR, this is the supply voltage waveform, this is the gate pulse, this is the load current. So once see here, when this voltage waveform is observed, the load current is also follows like the same path. So once observe here, this is the voltage wave shape, positive cycle, this is the negative half cycle. During positive half cycle, the current, load current is also positive half cycle, and when this current voltage reaches to 0, this current is also reaches 0, and negative half cycle is applied at instantaneously. That means the load, this SCR is applied to the reverse voltage. Once this reverse voltage is applied, the SCR becomes turn off. Okay, now when this SCR is turned off, there is no current flowing through the load. So at this situation, the current comes to 0. So up to entire path, what is the negative half cycle is existed, that time also load current will becomes 0. After that, when the supply voltage becomes positive, at that situation the SCR gets turned on. When this SCR gets turned on, the load current is flows through the SCR. Okay, now so when this SCR is turned on, automatically the current flows through the load. So this process is repeated for regular intervals of time. So it is a very simple technique, and it is very easy to applicable for the networks. So, and another advantage is it is very useful for high frequency switching operations. That means more than 1 kHz. So at where we are using 1 kHz frequency, at that places we can easily apply this natural commutation. Okay, na? So let us see another one, forced commutation. So forced commutation is generally applicable for the DC. Why? Because if you use AC, natural commutation is applied, but for DC commutation it is no chance for natural commutation or line commutation. So for where we are using the DC excitation, at that situations we must definitely use the forced commutation circuits. Okay, now so students, in our next class we are going to discuss about forced commutation. Okay, na? So the points we have to remember is where we are going to apply the turn, or where we are going to turn off the SCR to it must satisfy the two situations. What are those? First one is forward current must be reduced to 0, and second one is a sufficient reverse voltage is applied across the SCR to gains the forward blocking state. Based upon these two conditions only, we are going to apply forced commutation also. Okay na? So in our next class we will see about forced commutation. Okay na students, thank you.